This new action camera has a Leica lens and a dedicated AI chip, but does it actually shoot like a mirrorless camera? The Insta360 Ace Pro 2, co-engineered with Leica, is promising something we've never seen in an action camera. It's not just about making a durable camera anymore. It's about getting a specific pro level look straight out of the camera, from beautiful 50 megapixel photos with Leica color profiles to incredible low light video. I've been testing everything from the new AI chips all the way to the optional lenses to see if this is the ultimate creator tool. But honestly, the feature that surprised me the most wasn't the Leica profiles or that you can shoot 8K. It was this one accessory that completely changed how you hold it. So now you're probably wondering, what does co-engineered with Leica actually give you? Let's break down the 1/1.3 inch 8K sensor, the Leica Summit lens, and the 4 new Leica color profiles. You got Eternal, Vivid, Natural, and the black and white. Now let's see the difference in the image quality and look. So one of the nicest things about this little camera is that the sensor is a lot bigger than most nice action cameras in today's age, which allows to have better quality. One of the reasons why I personally did not ever think about using my action cameras for photos was because the sensor sizes were never big enough so that it would be nicer to use in, let's say, a phone or anything. But having a nicer, little bit of a bigger sensor, especially pairing up with the Leica lens that it has, kind of makes it a little bit more obvious to use it for some photos and as well for your video needs. And because of their co-engineering with Leica, you get to have some nice little bit of just the new kind of Leica profile. So if I kind of scroll into it, you got the nice Leica black and white, the Eternal, the Vivid, and the Natural. So if you want to go ahead and kind of change them around with the nice little case that you have here, you can get some nice creative shots, or if I need to zoom in, I'm gonna be able to do that right there, get some nice black and white photography. Or if I wanna change it again in a bit, once it's done saving the file, I can just go ahead and start maybe using the Eternal, because it just makes it a little bit nice with the shots. But we're gonna give you an example of each color so you can see that in a second as well for just your viewership, so you can get a little bit of each one. So if you're not into color grading your photos, you're able to use the Leica color profiles to your benefit, because it gives you those rich and contrasty looks if you want to, but you're able to have some straight out of, camera JPEGs to be able to just go ahead and share with you. Which the cool part about it too is, since this is co-engineered with Leica, you get to have the nice little frame that has Insta360 and the Leica logo, so that you can share it with your friends as a kind of Polaroid looking type of image. Now I know that there's a lot of talk about AI chips and cameras, so you're probably wondering what the real benefit of having 2 AI chips in one camera. Well, to my understanding is one is dedicated for the imaging and noise reduction, while the other one kind of doubles down to have a little bit more computing power, because obviously it's a small camera, it's a very small, setup and everything. So you want to have enough where it can focus on certain things so that it's not probably overheating or having any issues. This allows you to have faster processings, the smarter features, a cleaner image and footage kind of style, and as well to have a better low light capability with using their pure video low light mode. Which, speaking of video, can it really handle professional video workflows? Well, we're gonna test out the 4K 60 frames per second, active HDR for dynamic range, and of course you have the pure video mode for clarity in challenging low lights to see if it rivals bigger, cameras. But also we're gonna show you some examples, of course, of shooting in 8K, so you can get an idea of how it looks and see if it's up to your standards of, quality and everything. But that way you get a little bit of examples from each, so you can have a little bit more clarity, for lack of a better word to put, to see which one works best for you. So now I'm gonna put it into the highest standard of stabilization, since I'm not doing anything extreme, but obviously if I'm walking and it looks steady enough, then you know that it's great. And if it's not stable, you would know as well. with video comes something very important that I've always talked about on this channel, is just having a nice complete creator kit with having a nice microphone. If you want to have a really great setup, it's always nice to have a microphone that will connect directly to your camera. And this is where the Insta360 Mic Air wireless microphone becomes pretty great. It's something that just goes ahead and connects directly to your Insta360 camera to just have those optional kind of sounds to be clearer, because as much as I know that they have a built-in microphone, it's never enough to have, good, clear audio, regardless of how good your video is. Well, testing out the Mic Air right here to see how it sounds and how it looks here with just shooting at home with my camera, because it's just a control environment, but so you can kind of get a little bit of a sound example just in here in the area right now. But we'll be going outside as well to give you some nice examples of how it sounds out and about. So this is a test of the microphone outside with a little bit of wind going on, as you can kind of maybe tell on my face because I'm having to close my eyes a little bit. But so you can see how the Insta360 Mic Air works out here with its little dead cat that it comes with, and just being able to use it as a vlog machine, because sometimes it's nice to be able to have a nice compact vlogging setup to capture those behind the scenes moments. And especially if you're kind of shy on camera, this allows you to be a little bit less, obvious that you're doing some videoing. So yeah, something kind of cool, something small, but compact and powerful. Which another cool thing that you can do for accessories with this camera is also being able to change lenses. You have a close-up lens where it allows you to do a little bit more macro capabilities and just kind of have a little bit more of a closer focal distance, as well as having the normal regular lens that it comes with that you can change out, but as well having the ultra wide. This is so wide. Like you can literally, if I start turning here, and you're in frame now. That's crazy. It's like it's 189 degrees. So this is probably the coolest part when it comes down to the camera itself. It has this game-changing grip. First, I used to have the tilt-up collaboration one, the Insta360 one, which is very nice because you're able to just go ahead and press down to have some nice good old photos. I pair it up with the nice flip-up kind of little hood that you have. So if you want to have better quality for like viewership and everything, because maybe it's sunny out or anything of the sort, it was really great. But now, they came out with their own, where it actually feels like a legitimate camera. This is the Explorer Grip Pro kit, which is a cage with a built-in battery, shutter button. You get the exposure dial, a zoom lever, which just allows you to have an actual feel to like a mirrorless camera. It really does transform this camera to just be something more efficient to be able to have in your hand, so that you're able to take the photos and even videos a lot easier to make sure that it holds itself right. One of the perks of having a little bit of a bigger camera is always the nice weight or the feel on the hands for putting it together, which this grip adds to it, because it allows you to go ahead and take just better photos, have more stability in my opinion, because your hand can actually fit a lot nicer, and it feels really great to just go ahead and take photos and videos with, because it doesn't feel as flimsy as it would be with just having the camera in your hand. So it's something that I was very happy with, because I'm able to make it feel like a legitimate camera, despite being an actual, action camera or anything like that. It just makes it feel a lot nicer. So a little bit of a bonus feature though, it's, this little printer right here. This is actually pretty cool because it allows you to make your action camera like basically a Polaroid. You're able to go ahead and print off photos and images that you like, whether they're in that moment or what that you use maybe with the Leica color profiles or anything that you had and you wanted to have those moments to just simply cement as a tangible memory rather than just a digital, product. I think it's something that as a creator ourselves, we tend to forget to print out our work and have something of a memory with it. And I think being able to print something off like this will just add a little bit more just of that nice feeling whenever you take a really cool photo. Now, if you're maybe a person that just only has an action camera and wants to have those moments to savor and everything for later on to look back to, I think having a nice little printer will help you out to have something just so smoothly to have for memories or gift to somebody that you might have taken their photo of, just to have something nice to do something different. Because I feel like in the digital age, we tend to forget how nice it is to have those physical products. So being able to print off a little bit of a photo here and there that you thought was worthy is something really cool to me. And there you go, the two prints that I was able to just go ahead and straight deliver from the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 to the printer and get to have a little bit of some tangible memories. So yeah, it's been very cool of Insta360 to send me these cameras to make some, videos and test them out and have some fun with it. I've been very excited to have something cool and different because I already was using Insta360 products. I used to use their Go 3 for my POV. I've been using the Go Ultra. So it's something that I've been very, enjoying into my creative flow of things to incorporate into my videos. Now having access to have an action camera that I can take some wider focal ranges at 50 megapixels is something that I think is very beneficial because not always will I bring a ultra wide lens, and this actually saves me from having to just go ahead and maybe use my phone to use up the battery or the memory space depending on what I'm doing, because I like to separate a little bit of my creative flow from my phone to my actual cameras. I've done videos before about how phones have been great and how they've developed and they're good on a pinch if you don't have anything, but I know if I'm out and about creating my content that I need to do for YouTube or any travels that I'm doing, I'll have something so simple yet so great to be able to capture the right photos and videos to have some nice behind the scenes moments, maybe some ultra wide shots, but never fear that I'm gonna miss a shot, because as much as I love bringing an ultra wide lens, the widest lens that I own is a 20 millimeters. So having access to this whenever I'm out and about and have good quality, maybe some Leica color profiles if I don't feel like editing anything and I wanna just have a quick moment to share and maybe print off for somebody, it's gonna give me some nice little options. But if you have any questions when it comes down to these cameras that I didn't cover, or maybe you're a little bit more curious about, please make sure to leave them down below and I'd be more than happy to help you out to see if this might be the correct camera for you, or maybe you're wanting to look at something else, but at least you know now. If you want to check out the camera itself, it'll be with an affiliate link down below at no extra cost to you. It'll really help out the channel, and maybe you'll get some free perks about it if you're in time for their sales and everything, but if not, you're still getting a pretty good deal because you have something that's going to make it really nice to use. Like I said, I've personally been very fan of the Insta360 brand and with their products, and I've been purchasing them myself. So it's really cool to collaborate with them on this video and for them to sponsor it as well, to be able to make this video for you guys to maybe open up your eyes on the Ace Pro 2 or see what else they have for you. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.